Hi everyone, Carl Valeri, coach of the Polk State College flight team. I'm here with Isaac Castellanos, and Isaac is a freshman this year, somebody who's very passionate about aviation, has been all of his life. Hey Isaac, welcome.
Hey there.
You know, one of the things that we talk about a lot is the team, the Polk State College flight team, but we also want to talk a little bit about the people on the team, and that's why we're doing these Meet the Team videos here. So Isaac, I've seen you quite a bit throughout the years, and that's because over at the campus on Sun and Fun, you've been on that campus associated with a high school there. But before we get there, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you grew up and how you got interested in aviation.
Well, I was born and raised here in Lakeland, Florida. A lot of my childhood was spent, I also lived for a few years in Texas as well. Moving back and visiting between family and but a lot of my childhood, I would say I actually spent a lot of it around here at the Lakeland Airport, interacting with a lot of people at Sun and Fun, and along with my brother, who was also, he went through the James C. Ray Scholarship, and he went through their program. Our dad, he used to serve in the Air Force, and after that he actually got an interest in flying and he flew out in Arizona for a while as a CFI, and that kind of trickled down to my brother, who got an interest in flying from that, and then that trickled down to me. So
wow, it's a family affair. You're just continuing that legacy of flying.
Yeah. Nowadays, my dad, he's not flying as much, but my brother, he's flying for Endeavor Air, which is a connection airline for Delta. And right now, where I'm standing, I have my private pilot, which I got that back in the summer, back in August 28th, still remember the day. And now I'm kind of finding myself where I'm just trying to get as much experience as I can under my belt. And next term, I'm going to be starting my instrument rating with Polk State. So
awesome. That's one of the things that's so cool to see is your progression and everybody else's progression forward. I'm sure you've seen so many people go through the program, and now they're either flying for the airlines or corporate, that type of thing, or even flight instructing.
Oh, yeah. For high school, I attended the Central Florida Aerospace Academy, which is on the Sun and Fun campus, and having graduated there this past year, I've watched a lot of my friends go from there, and we've kind of all gone our ways, and some of us have gone to the military, but also we've got a lot of friends who've gone to different colleges and universities, going to and just going through their aviation program. Some of them did, and others have taken other interests in different sectors of aviation. So I would definitely agree. It's definitely interesting to watch.
Yeah, we all love aviation, that's for sure. You talked about this Central Florida Aerospace Academy. I think a lot of people that are listening don't know what that is. Maybe you could explain what that is.
Basically, the Central Florida Aerospace Academy, which started around the early 2010s. My brother, he also went through that in high school and graduated from there. Basically, it's a aerospace academy, and it's connected to another high school here in Lakeland. But basically, their goal there was to kind of bring awareness and teach high school kids about aviation and give them a kind of course track that follows different sectors of aviation. And they have different aerospace, airframe and power plant classes, avionics, all that kind of stuff. And for the upperclassmen at that high school, they've also got different dual enrollment opportunities and kind of pathways to different colleges such as Polk State. So
that is really amazing. I mean, it's very much focused, obviously, on aviation, maintenance, etc. What a cool thing to do as a high school student. That is awesome.
Going back even before that, back when I was in middle school, I was watching my brother go through that program, and they weren't what they were today by any means. They didn't even used to have the 3-story building they had today. That used to be just grass, and they had the Ace Museum, which now the parking lot's cement. It used to be. I remember when it used to be just gravel, and it's grown a lot since then. So it's moving
forward. So yeah, and you're an example of somebody coming through that whole process and getting excited as a young person, and then moving forward through the Aerospace Academy and coming here. By the way, the Aerospace Academy, if you haven't checked it out, it's on the Sun and Fun campus at ACE, and it really is amazing. Their graduation rate is incredibly high. It's almost 100%. Just phenomenal. I mean, how many times do you hear of 100% or close to 100% graduation rate? Not very often, do you?
Yeah, no. The students there are very motivated towards aviation. They just have tons of different things going on for them around them. They've got they're on an airport to begin with, of course, and they've got a bunch of different businesses and different experiences there that are available to them around the airport. For me, the biggest one was definitely the folks with the James C. Ray Foundation with their scholarship. Which basically that helped me fund, and still does to this day, helps me fund my flight training, even to Polk State.
So tell me a little bit about that James C. Ray scholarship. That was money so that you could get your private, and how did you get awarded that?
So basically, and this applies to basically students in Polk County. This scholarship fund is actually available to them. Basically, there's different stages of the scholarship. So there's the solo stage, there's your certificate stage to get your private pilot, and then beyond that, there's a continuation scholarship, which is what I'm on now, and which is intended to help a student pursue aviation through any college or university program, such as Polk State. So,
wow. I mean, that's amazing. What an opportunity. You must really feel blessed for that. That's incredible.
The folks there at the James C. Ray Foundation, they've definitely been a blessing. They've been a big help with me, and all the other, even some of my direct friends here who have moved on and continued following aviation wherever they want to go. I've known some friends across the airport who as well, and who have followed that, going directly into a business to work at and stuff like that.
So you're right here over at Central Florida Aerospace Academy. You had the James C. Ray scholarship, transfers over to college. So you chose Polk State. So tell us a little bit about why you chose Polk State, and then we'll talk a little bit about the flight team.
Okay, well, with Polk State, really for me, there's a lot of course, big-name universities, and a lot of that, especially with COVID going on too, that's proven to kind of inconvenient. And with Polk State, I really found that financially and location-wise and a bunch of other things, it just kind of fell together for my what I was looking for my college plans.
It's very affordable, and it's convenient, and the people are really friendly here. That's one thing I love about this is, and this is so exciting to get to know you and the fact that there's just this incredible community here that's incredibly diverse too. Is people from all sorts of walks of life, as we found. You know, even we were talking about this offline about the Meet the Team videos that we're doing. You didn't even realize some of these people are involved in the military, the National Guard, and we also have so many amazing stories. And one of the amazing things is that a lot of you folks, and hats off to you and everybody else on the team, do something else. You get involved in something after. We're here after school and after class, and that's the flight team. So, why did you decide to join the flight team?
Basically, with the flight team, I kind of saw it as a means and a way of helping me become a better pilot. Working on my practical flying skills and also just getting to know people and network with other people in aviation through events we might be doing and stuff like that, such as the SafeCon events and all those other competitions. So,
as far as this is your freshman year, and this is your first year here at the Polk State Flight Team. What are your goals? What would you like to think about competing in?
When it comes to what I was thinking about competing in, it's of course my freshman year. So basically, I'm just trying to absorb as much information as I can for the coming years. I'll definitely be on the flight team for the duration I'm here at Polk State. And as of this year, I was just thinking whatever I can do to help out the team and kind of work on skills that I can kind of build upon for those coming years. Looking at the ground events and flight events, I already have my private pilot, as I mentioned, so I'm not sure where we're going to get, how we're going to do placing for that and stuff like that, but I was kind of looking forward to also just even from a support perspective, maybe help out the team and manage events, because those are definitely very challenging and it requires a lot of communication, stuff like that.
It sure does. A lot of people don't realize all the people behind a flight team. It's not just getting out there and flying, the ground events, the flight events, but also coordinating everything on the field, transportation, etc. There's a lot that goes into that. And we're really excited to have you on the team. Obviously, someone who's really passionate about aviation. The flight team also, for one of the things that I love about it, and I know you probably know this, is at the events, you meet a lot of the recruiters from the different airlines, especially at the regional and the national events. So that actually is a great aspect, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. That's something I've been definitely looking forward to. I even heard from some of the people here at Sunrise Aviation that come January, they've been looking towards some events and some fairs where some recruiters could come talk, and even some from Endeavor, which is, I mentioned earlier, my brother works for, so that would be pretty neat.
That's really cool. That's something I think that a lot of people don't realize about the flight team. It really teaches you to compete with integrity and try to win. It's important because this is a very competitive environment. But also, it's all about people. It's getting to know people. And not only are you forming relationships, at these competitions with your fellow competitors, it's also with a lot of the recruiters too. And I think that's a great opportunity.
Really, with that, it's, of course, again, it's my freshman year, but I was kind of just, even just forming relationships early on with these people, and just kind of ease my way into these coming 4 years. Going to be working towards my AS professional pilot as of this year for these next 2 years, and then eventually for my BS in aerospace sciences. That would definitely be good to get insights into those fields early on. So.
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity. Anything else that's in your background, something unique about yourself that you might want to share with the folks that are listening right now or watching on the video right now, as far as your flying and anything cool that you've been able to fly in the past year or so?
Really, that just in the past few years, that a lot of my aviation experiences kind of been tied back to my time in high school. Through CFAA, we had a lot of aviation opportunities, and they also have the Lakeland AeroClub there, the flying club, that's tied in with CFAA. And thanks to them, I've been able to get a lot of flying in and get a lot of, and even talk to some other people in aviation, such as organizations like EAA and Young Eagles, and they even for the regular students at CFA, they would hold things like freshman flights and kind of ease you into that aviation experience. And I remember my freshman flight, I got to fly a Stearman. That was an awesome experience.
That's incredible. You got to fly a Stearman in high school. Also, the Lakeland AeroClub you mentioned, a lot of people don't know what that is, but that is actually a high school flying club, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. They have students in there. And it's not actually, it's not, it is tied in with CFAA and what the operation they have going on there, but other students in the area can also attend that flying club. It's not just limited to CFAA, and you can there's a lot of great experiences you can learn there. If you want to be a pilot, they'll help you and mentor you towards that experience and help you gain that experience and have that time spent around aviation. And if you want to be a mechanic, there's plenty of work for you to kind of learn hands-on in that hangar they have going on there, and a bunch of other stuff. So
wow, it's amazing the opportunities here. Central Florida Aerospace Academy, Lakeland AeroClub, you want to be a pilot, a mechanic, you want to get your college degree, become a professional pilot, become a flight instructor. It's all right here, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Growing up around here, it's pretty weird. It's not the same Lakeland Airport that I knew back when I was back in elementary, but it's definitely been an awesome past 10 years and past that as well. Just watching the airport grow, and definitely a blessing to see all the opportunities that have come up from this.
Yeah, it sure is. Isaac, I really appreciate your taking the time to speak to us here, and we're with Isaac Castellanos, who's a first-year student on the flight team and also a freshman here at Polk State College, graduate of Central Florida Aerospace Academy, also involved Lakeland AeroClub. Just aviation is in your blood, and the sky's the limit, no pun intended, is it?
With aviation being tied to my blood, yeah, I can't. I would definitely say that that's a trend I would probably like to see continuing, but
I think it will continue, and we're excited to see what you do in the future. And I know you're going to have a great career in aviation, and you're going to stick with it because obviously you have that passion, and that's what's really important.
Absolutely.
Is to have that. Isaac, thanks again. I appreciate you talking to us.
No problem.
And I'm Carl Valeri, the coach of the Polk State College flight team. We appreciate you watching this video, Meet the Team video with Isaac Castellanos. Don't forget to go to the polkstateflightteam.com website. Check out all the different information on there. Some of the things we talked about, like NIFA, the competition. We can't do that without your help. If you could, maybe check out the donation page. Every little bit counts, helps us practice and also compete in the competitions in the future. Again, Carl Valeri, coach of the Polk State College flight team, here with Isaac Castellanos. And we'll talk to you in the next episode of Meet the Team.